Hello, I'm Alexander, here with the Heritage High School News. I'm joined by Abby, and for our first news report, we are going to Owen and Samuel with the Facebook anniversary. Facebook is celebrating its 10th birthday this week with record earnings and 1.2 billion users.
Facebook has been through some tremendous updates since its launch in 2004. Facebook may be getting old, but its owner, Mark Zuckerberg, looks very young and very well.
Facebook has over 33 million UK users. Every day there are over 6 billion likes on the website. The social network claims to have 1.2 billion users worldwide. The site operates for 24 hours a day to respond to the reports they receive from the users when they are unhappy or want to make a claim.
Facebook is good to connect to people together and use this social networking site to chat to online friends and family, etc. There is an evil side to Facebook. In the past couple of years, there has been racist comments, videos, and more. There has also been links to YouTube of disturbing videos.
Now everybody knows that we have the Winter Olympics coming up.
So we're now going over to Len and Adam.
Hello, we're in Sochi, Russia, the 2014 Winter Olympics. We have been researching the snowboarders circuit and the fact the snowboarders have been complaining about it.
The park is called Extreme Park. They say that there are 3 ramps that are too high. The rest of them are perfectly fine. Snowboarders are finding it hard to land these jumps. They are getting very nervous when they are near them. British snowboarder Billy Morgan is amongst those calling for changes. He says it's a bit scary getting used to hitting the jumps. The jumps weren't raked properly, which hopefully they can sort out tomorrow so they are smoother and not as intense to land. Torstein Hogmo, who represents Norway, broke his collarbone and has been ruled out of the game due to an accident. However, all of the snowboarders are complaining that the ramps are too high.
Olympic organisers said they would act after being asked to make changes to the course in Sochi. All of the snowboarders are demanding to see the officials of the park.
Back to the studio.
Coming right up, we have the Rosetta Comet Chaser. Irene and Olivia have the report.
The Rosetta satellite was launched in June 2004. It's Europe's spacecraft. It was on a 10-year mission to meet up with a comet. Rosetta was put into hibernation in June 2011 because its path through the solar system was about to take it so far from the sun its solar panels wouldn't be as effective. The hibernation means that the energy won't run out and scientists can't keep in touch with it. The probe has spent the past 2.5 years moving through space in deep sleep. There is a slow process of waking the satellite from its deep sleep. After this, Europe's Rosetta spacecraft woke up on the 20th of January. It now begins the final leg of its 10-year journey to a comet, which it will reach in August. They have planned virtually no activities on the spacecraft. Matt Taylor, Rosetta project scientist, said Rosetta is equipped with a range of experiments that will tell us everything about the characteristics of this comet and how its behaviour changes as we get closer to the sun, giving us a better picture of the role comets have played in our solar system.
Thank you, Irene, for that nail-biting report.
But now we have a report on exploding batteries.
From cameras to e-readers to laptops, the average passenger aircraft now carries dozens, if not hundreds, of electronic gadgets on board. But there are warnings that the lithium batteries found inside them could pose a serious threat to aircraft safety. The Civil Aviation Authority, which regulates safety, has told the BBC that they are especially concerned about cheap and copycat batteries. For example, cheap ones that are bought to replace ones that have been lost or broken. These are often fake as well, bought on online websites.
Even a small camera or a phone battery is powerful enough to explode and start a fire that could end in disastrous consequences. This has only happened on a few occasions, bearing in mind how many flights there are daily. Such as last June when the police at San Diego International Airport realised that a passenger's bag was smoking as it travelled around the conveyor belt. This was caused by a screwdriver that touched the lithium battery. To the human eye, you wouldn't be able to see if these items are real or not. Fake items may not have been regulated properly for the safe use of the public. Thank you. We've been Harry and Daniel for the BBC School.
We now have a story about the Mexican castaway. Over to Nathaniel.
Reports have shown that a Mexican has made his way on an island in the Pacific after a 1.5-year sea ordeal. He left Mexico with a friend to go on a boat trip in December 2012. His companion sadly died many months before. We don't have any evidence on how the boat crashed. When on the island, Jose Ivan told all the locals that he had travelled 8,000 miles during the sea adventure. Jose had to survive on birds and turtles. When there was no rain, he had to drink the blood of the turtles. When on the island, medics have suggested that he suffered from oedemia. Oedemia is a medical term for fluid retention, and it affects the tissue and causes places to be swollen. The Mexican said, "I know God saved me. I am God that I believed in." Also, Jason reportedly said, "I want to go back to Mexico."
2, 1, go!
Now for our final report. Survivors of Hillsborough are being threatened by the police. Nathaniel has more.
The Hillsborough disaster happened in 1989 at Sheffield Wednesday's football stadium in Sheffield during the FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool FC and Nottingham Forest. Reports from that day suggest that there were too many fans in the stadium, and due to those safety barriers, fans were unable to leave the stands, resulting in a wave of supporters fighting to leave a confirmed space. Historically, there has been public debate about who was to blame. For the last 22 years, there has been much controversy surrounding the policing at the stadium on the day. 96 fans died and 766 were badly injured. A man who was there on the day reported, "I remembered standing there next to a guy with greasy hair, obviously from all the sweat, and it was just me and him fighting for our lives. I don't know if it was part of the 96 people who died." Recently, in a Yorkshire derby at Hillsborough, fans from the visiting team, Leeds United, reported that there was a little input from the police from the violence broke out in the stadium. It has been claimed that there are still issues at the stadium 22 years on. Stephen Gerrard, Liverpool FC captain, recently donated £96,000 to the families affected from the Hillsborough disaster. Today, during an official inquest, the fans that had survived the disaster said they felt intimidated when being interviewed by the police at the time. Therefore, the blame is shifting towards the police. Families of the survivors are still looking for answers. They cannot bring back their relatives, but they are hoping to gain closer from the inquest.
We've had some really interesting stories today.
Thank you for watching Heritage High School and enjoy the rest of your day.
Goodbye!